Hey guys, welcome to my channel 12th House Tarot. My name is Renee, and today I want to talk about the full moon in Aquarius that's coming up. I believe it's on the 21st. And I have some stuff written down that I want to talk about real quick before I get into the reading. Uh, so, for this theme of the Aquarius full moon, the last full moon that we had was actually also in the sign of Aquarius. And so, this is saying that there is a repeated theme that's been going on for the past few months. And when you think about Aquarius, the theme is how are we being on the inside looking out? As in, where is it that we feel like an outsider? Where do we feel like we just don't fit in? Because Aquarius represents the inventive pioneer. It is a very unorthodox energy. It's a trailblazer. And so that's what Aquarius is in its power. It's a change maker. It takes the unorthodox ideas and brings it to the surface. It says, hey, it's a really crazy energy. But whenever Aquarius is not in its power, it can lose itself and become a cookie cutter. As in, because Aquarius is so humanitarian and wants to be around other weirdos and stuff like that, or other like-minded people or help people, it sometimes if it's not in its power and if Aquarius is not coming from a place of replenishment and self-love, they can lose their self. And so there is this theme of where in our life have we lost our identity? Where have we lost our authentic voice? The voice that says the opposite of what everyone else says, okay? Because sometimes there could be this sense of shame of having a different opinion or a different voice from what's popular amongst the crowd. And it's also a time to detach emotionally and to sit with ourselves and evaluate where we are today, where we came from, and where it is that we want to go as a society as a whole. We are currently in the age of Aquarius, and that being said, it's the age of information. So all around, we have information at on our phones, on the tip of our fingers. We can message or call somebody from all across the world. But at the same time, it's like even though we're so connected, we're so disconnected. And right now, this full moon in Aquarius is wanting us to reconnect with ourselves and to instead of feeling like you're on the inside looking out at what's going on in the world, be on the outside looking in at your own world and establish what it is that you want to create for yourself. Because once you create your own for yourself, it has like a ripple effect to where you can influence other people to also live in their truth. Because right now in our societal life, there is a fear of living in truth, right? Everything has been kind of controlled and stuff. But I'm not going to get down that rabbit hole. But the theme of Aquarius is being that pioneer, being that truth speaker, thinking for yourselves, completely just thinking for yourself. And also with this whole theme of, let's say, go back to social media, for example. Uh, we go on there and most people have just fake happy smiles and everything's great and everything's sunshines and rainbows and shit. It's like everyone wants to put on their best face, right? And so this full moon in Aquarius wants to get real, you know. It wants to detach from all that. It wants to speak the truth. It wants to be honest. And there's a need to get vulnerable because another thing with Aquarius is that yes, we do need to detach emotionally from situations that are heavy, but at the same time, we need to allow ourselves to be vulnerable with our truth and who we are. Because sometimes it's hard to sit with yourself and because it's scary. It's like, oh God, we try to distract ourselves with everything on the outside instead of focusing on, well, what's going on in here? What turmoil do I need to address? Because generally that turmoil that's inside of you that's not dealt with, that's how you get triggered or you react to things that happen outside of you. Okay? So, where else? Let's see what else I got here. So, where are we handing our power away? And how can we love ourselves fully? Because, like I said, Aquarius is the humanitarian, wants to, be around other like minded people, but can lose itself. So how this is a time to reconnect with who you are, to reconnect with yourself. Okay, talk to yourself, driving your car, listen to music, because Aquarius is also very musically inclined. Because Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, I believe Uranus as well. But Saturn is also an energy of kind of suppression. It's an energy of restriction. And so there is sometimes this restriction of emotion. So find a means to channel the emotion. And I feel like with this Aquarius theme, listening to music would really help. Listening to music that helps to touch the core of that emotion that needs to be released. And also another question that this full moon is asking us is, where in our lives do we feel fragmented? Where have we fragmented ourselves? Where do we wear the a certain mask for this person and then we wear a different mask for that person? And I'm talking about the metaphoric mask that we wear. Uh, because it's asking us to take the mask off and to be true to ourselves and to no longer fragment. Okay, so those are the themes that I was kind of feeling with this Aquarius full moon. I want to go ahead and get some affirmations for Sunny and some coffee. It's currently 9:32 at night and I'm drinking coffee. I gotta have it, y'all. Okay, Spirit, what affirmation do you have for this full moon in Aquarius? Okay. Okay, this card says, I honor how I want to feel. So I honor how I want to feel. Okay. So like I was saying, it's getting in touch with that core emotion that is suppressed and bringing it to the surface for healing and honoring it. It's about honoring the emotion. Also, this is honoring how you want to feel, honoring what you want to do, not what everyone else is expecting of you. Because this is a time to really break out of any type of rut that you've been, kind of spice things up. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, we have, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So this goes in between the balance of the shadow and the light of Aquarius. Like I said, Aquarius being that humanitarian energy. Oh, sorry. Instead of praying for an outcome, instead of trying to control how others view us or how everything, like, trying to be manipulative, it's a time to surrender the control and to pray for the highest good for all, for the all, okay? Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get some oracle cards. Spirit, what messages do you have in regards to this full moon in Aquarius? Okay, one more card. This full moon in Aquarius. Okay. Okay, so the first card that we have is the card of Beauty in Autumn, which we're about to go into the season of fall. But with this Beauty card, it's saying that change, I view this change that you're currently going through as something beautiful. It's about changing the perspective of things that have passed on, acknowledging lessons that we've learned from those past situations. And I say that because next to it we have the card of reflection and winter. So we have fall and winter right here. I do get this sense of a type of metaphoric death. Um, we're reevaluating where we came from right now and trying to see the beauty of the lessons that we've learned. And this is a time of self-reflection to detach from what's going on the outside. And then the next card we do have is the card Cleansing and the Feather and Black Tourmaline. So this is a time of self-reflection to see how far we've come, to bless the past for its lessons, and it's a time to clear our energy. If you have sage, burn sage, do some meditations. If you have black tourmaline, that's a good stone to have. I wear black tourmaline myself. It helps to protect from negative energy. But on the bottom of the deck, we have the card of celebration and sacred ceremony. So there's this message coming through to celebrate yourself. And also, this card kind of reminds me of Aquarius in a way because you have this guy right here and he's kind of dancing and he's got his group of friends or his tribe right here. So, a message coming through is to celebrate who you are, uh, all the beautiful and all the ugly things that you feel, the weird quirks about you that maybe you're ashamed of. Because Aquarius is about having no shame for that being different, being unique, being just unorthodox. Because it's in that rawness that, we are human, okay? We're not we're not plastic, we're not robots, we're human. And it's the imperfections that make us beautiful and help us to connect with each other. Because it's this energy of it's a raw energy. It's like this vulnerability of like I am my own self and I have these weird things about me, but me expressing that to you, it helps you to let your walls down. And then there's this reciprocation of it's this acceptance of just the fullness, the whole. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cards. Spirit, what else for this full moon in Aquarius? What else for this full moon in Aquarius? Okay, we have the card Wisdom. On this card, she's on a boat and there's some books right here. And it's everything that she's learned up until this point. It's instead of viewing them as something that's hindered you, it's something to climb on and to reach upwards for something better. But the card of Wisdom. Yeah, this is a time of self-reflection and to reevaluate all of the lessons that we've learned and dreaming about possibility and what can be. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do you have for this full moon in Aquarius? Okay, we have Supermoon Attraction. This card speaks about being very mindful of what it is that you're speaking into your life. The supermoon is a full moon that is closest to the earth. And this attraction card, it's saying also, I'm getting a message coming through that it is darkest before the dawn and it is toughest right before the breakthrough. Because you see this image right here, she's so far away from the moon. She's reaching towards something that seems like it's so unattainable. But this super moon, it's like looks are deceiving. So if there's something that you want for yourself and you feel like it's like you've been putting in the effort towards it and you feel like nothing is coming from it, Spirit is saying that you're about to have a breakthrough and then it's actually closer than what you think it is. Wow, okay. Wow, that's very encouraging. It's actually closer than what you think it is. It's like it's gonna catch you off guard is what Spirit's saying. Okay, Spirit, any other messages for this full moon in Aquarius? Oh, okay. So we have the card Protection. And in this imagery, there's this bird carrying this lady on a nest, and she's naked. Okay. So right now, you might be feeling vulnerable. You might be feeling it's like like things have been taken away in a sense. Old ways of being, old identities. It's like this passage. You're going through the passage right now, and you feel there's this vulnerability. But Spirit is wanting you to trust and to know that you are protected as you're going through this transitional period right now, okay? On the bottom of the deck, we have the card Self-Love. So, like I was saying in the beginning, how Aquarius is a very humanitarian energy and it wants to love everybody. It wants to be around like-minded people. But in doing so, sometimes you can lose yourself. And this card, self-love, is coming in saying to fill your cup up first and to replenish yourself. Full moon is usually like you'll either be like really wound up and you can't sleep, or you're just exhausted and you want to just sleep all day. So spirit is calling us right now to take care of ourselves, to listen to our bodies and what it is that we need, and to not neglect what it is that we need. If you need more sleep, listen to your body, take naps. If you feel like you have a lot of energy, exert that energy into something that's going to be productive. Be productive with your energy is the message coming through. Okay. All right, Spirit. What other messages do you have? Actually, I feel like I'm being called to the tarot deck. We'll get the tarot, and then we'll leave it off with the numerology oracle. Okay, Spirit. What are themes for this full moon in Aquarius? What can I tell the people? Okay. Nope, not that one. Okay, those two. Oh, there's three. Interesting. Okay. I don't read these in the reversal, but I have two cards that popped out reversed. Okay, first card we have is the Emperor. So this card, it speaks about what I'm feeling is, for some of you, you are an example to other people. People look up to you is the message that's coming through. People look to you for guidance and for strength. And Spirit is wanting to reiterate that yes, like you have been a rock for other people. You have been a leader of some sort. The next card that we have is the Four of Emotions, but it popped out in the reversal. So in the upright, this is what it looks like. I'm hearing finally choosing myself. Because the Four of Cups, it's like this disdained energy of feeling like any offer just isn't enough. And there's this energy of trying to get out of that. Next card we have is the Ten of Voices in the reversal. Okay, let me just see what I feel here. The worst is over, is what Spirit is saying. The worst is over. But we have the Queen of Inspiration over here in the reversal. Yeah, there's an energy of, as us as a collective, we've been giving our voice, we've been giving our voice away, as in not speaking up and not saying what it is that needs to be said, sweeping things under the rug, not standing in our integrity, not standing in our power. But Spirit wants to encourage you that yes, you are the emperor of your own life. You are sovereign, is a message coming through with sovereignty. And if you don't know what the word sovereignty means, it just simply means that you are the ruler of your own life and nobody can tell you or make you do anything that you don't want to do. And it feels like as a collective, we've been doing that for far too long. Okay, let me go ahead and get some clarifiers. Please clarify the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here? Oh, that was fast. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. I don't know why I'm seeing an image of a person and they're just kicking all the cups over. I get this energy of starting from scratch is what's coming through. Because usually the Five of Cups generally talks about crying over spilled milk, but not being able to see the forest for the trees and acknowledging the blessings that are in front of you. That could be a message for some of y'all. Because with this Four of Emotions here with that, there is a need to acknowledge the blessings that you do have right now, and that everything that you lost, it wasn't a lose. It was just something that you had to go through to appreciate what you have right now. And that although you may feel like you are you're weak or alone, Spirit is saying that there are things that you're not seeing. You're not counting your blessings. There's a message of needing to count your blessings. Please clarify the Four of Emotions. Okay. We have the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands here. These are my Frida Kahlo cards that my sister got me a while back, and I'm just now using them. Yeah, there's been this lethargic energy, and Spirit is encouraging us to reignite, to hone in on what it is that we love and what we're grateful for. We need to have such a focus on what it is that we want for ourselves and to stop reverberating back to things that are long gone, because the best is yet to come. There's this need to hold on, to have more faith, that just because things look bad doesn't mean that that's how it is, that looks are not what they appear. Okay, please clarify the Ten of Voices in the reversal. Please, yeah. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. So this is making plans to go forward with this Ten of Voices here in the reversal. It's almost like there's been this lingering energy from the past. It's like things that have haunted us, but it's like the far past, like way back then. And Spirit is wanting you to know that if you have anxieties for what will be in the future, that the worst is done with, and that this is a time to start making plans, to make decisions on where to go, like what it is that you actually want for yourself. Please clarify the Queen of Inspiration. Okay. Oh, we got two cups. Two cups, yeah. Two cards. Okay, so the next one is the Three of Cups, followed by the Knight of Cups. So this is the message coming through here is a need to know what it is that you bring to the table. There's this energy of, like, sometimes you question if what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're offering to others is even worth offering. And Spirit wants you to acknowledge, like, yes, what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're offering, what you're putting your efforts into, it's not in vain, and that you have something to bring to the table, and that people who are like-minded like you appreciate that. And to celebrate, it's time to celebrate what it is that you are, like who it is that you are, what it is that you have to offer to others. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Two of Pentacles. So it does feel like well, I didn't even look at the bottom of this deck. Hold on. Oh, wow. Okay. So the bottom of this deck, we have the Sun. So this is illumination. This is that warm, good feeling, a full acceptance of, because the original tarot deck, it shows like this baby and it's naked, it's on a horse, and it's got the sun and some sunflowers, and it's just like, it kind of looks kind of Aquarius in its own nature, just because it's like, I'm waving my freak flag and I feel good. But it's a good feeling energy. This allow us to be vulnerable, but with this Two of Pentacles, it's like juggling between things that kind of deplete us and, like, yes, it feels like we have to do that versus what it is that we actually want for ourselves. Okay? But it does feel like the encouragement is to follow your heart, to wear your heart on your sleeve again, even if, there's a vulnerability with that. Okay? Oh, Last but not least, I'm going to pull from the numerology oracle real quick. Spirit, what messages can you leave off with this reading? Okay, we do have the card of self-discipline. Okay, let's see what else, Spirit. What other messages do you have for this full moon in Aquarius? Completion. Okay, anything else? Spiritual partnership. And I feel like pulling one more card. One more card, Spirit. Oh, hello. Rebirth. Okay. Okay. So the first card we have is self-discipline. 4 is the number of structure, stability, and foundation. And 1 is the beginning point. It's the start. It's the spark. And then the next card we have is the card of completion, the number 9, which is the number of endings, things that have, everything we've learned up to this very moment, things that need to be shed, completion. And then the next card we have spiritual partnership, and 27. 7 is the number of spirituality, and 2 is 2, but it's also the number of partnership. 7 plus 2 is 9, so we have 2 9s here. Energetically, collectively, we are all transitioning. We are all closing off chapters of old ways of being, and we're stepping into this new paradigm. Is a message coming through. And right now, this is not the time to be easily influenced by other people. With the self-discipline card here, there's a need to get grounded in yourself and to start making plans for your future, to start making plans for your future, not for his future or for, you know, this is not the time for people pleasing, is the message coming through strongly. This card of completion, we have closed out a cycle. That's why we have this autumn and winter card. To see the beauty, to see the lessons that we've gone through, and to transition and to let it go, to release it finally. The next card is the spiritual partnership. The message with this is that whenever the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So be on the lookout for those who are teaching you something about yourself. This could be people from, whether it was from your past, or it can when you think of a teacher, most people think it's a very positive thing, like, oh, I look up to my teacher, my guru. But also the people who trigger negative things out of you that cause any type of negative emotional reaction. This is a time to view those situations as that person was your teacher. They taught you something about yourself that you needed to be aware of. We go through trauma and things like that, putting ourselves in situations that we know we aren't supposed to be in, but we do it because we're unaware of our own shit, pretty much. And so those people reflect to us our toxicity and how to heal that. So view the lessons that you've learned as just lessons and not something that's going to hinder you from moving forward. And the card up here we have right here is rebirth, and that's right above the completion card. 1, like I said, is the number of beginnings. 6 is the number of balance. It's also the number of harmony. But with this rebirth card, you might be going through some birthing pains if you're feeling like you're alone right now or feeling like you're a black sheep or something like that. Know that this is all very temporary, that you're being purged right now, and that's why you feel uncomfortable. And to rise like the phoenix, let the fire burn away aspects of yourself that are toxic, because I am being called back to this cleansing card right here. There's a need to cleanse the aura, to cleanse the self, do some meditations to ground. At the bottom of the deck, we do have teaching and learning. So we have teaching and learning and spiritual partnership. So major lessons are being learned right now. And to not view, there's a message coming through of not picking sides is another thing. Don't pick sides, but pick yourself, as in listen to yourself and what it is that you actually need for yourself. And and everything that you do, do it with integrity. Don't do it to impress other people. Don't do it because you feel like you have something to prove to these other people. That's a big message coming through. Because this completion and rebirth, this is a time of transition for you. And so the old way of being is not going to work if you're going into a new chapter. Okay. But a message of encouragement definitely for you guys is to bless yourself and to know that what you have to offer is something of value. And sorry, my voice like just cracked a little bit. It's something of value. Uh, there is a message coming through. I'm hearing of worthlessness for some of y'all. If you're feeling like you're worthless in any way, Spirit is wanting to tell you that no, like you're worth it all. Okay? Well, and I'm being drawn back over here to the self-love card here. It's time to choose yourself. Okay, I believe that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm gonna leave it off with this. I honor how I want to feel. It's time to honor yourself. This is a time to honor yourself. Okay. Well, I hope y'all liked this, and I'll be posting some more videos. If you have any ideas on any type of videos, feel free to reach out to me. 'Cause yeah, I just want to know what y'all think, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all have a good night or good day whenever you're watching this, and until next time, ta-ta.